For the past couple of days, we've revealed results of polls, Talk Business Politics, alongside Hendrix College took earlier this month. They highlight how likely Arkansas voters are feeling right now about upcoming elections.
On Tuesday, we shared how voters are planning to cast their ballots in the race for Arkansas's next governor. Yesterday, we looked at how they're planning to do so in the U.S. Senate race.
And today, we're sharing how Arkansans are planning to vote in the 2nd District congressional race.
Capitol View host Roby Brock joining us now in studio. And Roby, the question that was posed to all via text message to about 1,200 likely voters was, if the election was tomorrow, which candidate would you most likely vote for?
And we got a response off of that too. How about that? So it was good.
Let's take a look.
Look, this is a competitive race, just like we've seen in some of the other races there too. So we've got Chris Jones, the Democrat in that race, is leading 48 to 44% over incumbent Republican Congressman French Hill. 8% still undecided in this race. This is within the margin of error. It's about a 5-point margin of error. So, you know, the numbers could move 5 points either way. Somebody could have a bigger lead, or it could be reversed in terms of where it is. But the fact that it's competitive at this juncture in the election cycle says something significant, and it's going to draw some national attention as a result of that.
Yeah. That's what I assume. All eyes will be on
which
Arkansas.
They were already starting to look at this race.
You're taking a look at your polling. It's telling me two things. It seems that those polled Republicans aren't happy with Republican incumbents, and that Republican candidates are not happy with Roby Brock's polling.
You're getting quite the response from these.
It is. I mean, look, it comes with the territory. But let me just say, in defense of our methodology here, this was a separate poll. This Congressional District 2 is a separate poll from the statewide survey that we did, and it has the same trend lines that we are seeing at the state level at the congressional different level. It's a different sample. It was done on a different day. It's it's a completely different set of voters. They're telling us the same thing. And it's not that the bases are running away from their candidates. Republicans are supporting Republicans, Democrats supporting Democrats. It's independent voters in this poll too, by a more than 2-to-1 margin, are supporting Chris Jones at this juncture over Republican Congressman French Hill. And for the last 10 years, every election cycle, independents have gone 2-to-1 or 3-to-1 for Republican candidates. And they may still go that way, but they're going to have to be persuaded to go that way.
Yeah, what I think is interesting about these polls too, and what is exciting is when they get close like this, it ignites a fire in people to say, okay, well, I want to get out and vote.
I want to get educated on candidates.
Maybe they don't know a name and they're like, okay, well, that's a name I'm seeing a lot more
of. It does. I mean, when you kind of know what the proverbial answer is going to be on election day, people, it definitely, you can see it in studies, it lowers voter engagement. So when the races are competitive like this, it does definitely make sure that they're more competitive.
Messaging yesterday. What does the what should be learned here for the messaging for these candidates?
Well, again, it's what are independent voters thinking, because those are the candidates that are going to have to be, those are the voters that are going to have to be persuaded. Right now, those independents are telling us they do not approve of Donald Trump on his performance with the economy and with Iran. So I don't know what a Republican candidate can do to change that at this juncture. They're going to have to highlight their somewhat opposition to Iran. Somehow they're going to have to say, I feel your pain, or whatever, however that works. And they also believe that the economy is on the wrong track. That's 59% think that the economy is on the wrong track, and only 33% think that it's on the right track. Those are independent voters again. So the persuasion has to be, we are on the right track, let me tell you why, and we are doing well on the economy, and let me tell you why. So I think that's where you're going to see some messaging.
Interesting.
More interesting stuff, Roby. Thanks very much.
Thank you so much for joining us. Of course.